Hello everyone. Today I've got something that's a little bit of a treat for most of you. This has been on sale recently. My wife had saw that and noticed that I really wanted to get one of these. So she was able to pick up an ESV Study Bible in hardcover at a really nice discount price. I think we paid under $30 for it. This is a nice quality study Bible, and since I'm switching most of my studies for the rest of the year over to ESV, she wanted to pick one of these up and she knew I'd like it, and she was right. What we can do is go to an overhead and we'll show you a little bit more about this. All right, everybody, what we have is the ESV Study Bible in hardcover. So this is an ESV Study Bible from Crossway. When you look underneath the dust jacket, it is pretty much the same thing as the dust jacket, which is really nice. So this study Bible says more than 2 million words with 20,000 notes and other resources, 80,000 cross-references and extensive concordance, 200 full-color maps, 40 illustrations, over 200 charts, and over 50 articles on the essential topics in theology, of ethics, and Bible teaching. So this is a good, solid resource that most everybody I know swears by for the ESV edition. I have a couple of other study Bibles, and between this one and the NIV study Bible, I really like this one as far as its references and its notes. So when you open it up, as you can see, it's pasted down to the hardcover. A few pages in the front, which would be definitely useful for notes if you want to have notes in the beginning. Presentation page. And I think this also has marriages, births, adoptions, and deaths as well. Let's go here a little bit more. ESV Study Bible. Contents page. So Old New Testament. Background notes for the New Testament and Old Testament are on here. List of their articles, resources. List of the illustrations. Abbreviation notes. And their introduction. As with any Bible, I recommend reading through at least one time so you get an idea of how they're doing their translation and any notes or how to use their cross-referencing system. Like this one has a cross-referencing notes and other unique feature notes. Let's see here. So contributors, list of all their contributors. Preface to the English Standard Version. Going into the Old Testament. So the thing I like about this, they will bring out a nice article on the theology of the Old Testament here. They have really good openings. I like how they have these breakdowns of their timelines, specific key points of the timelines, specific dates, like when they believe that the Exodus happened. Breakdown of the way of the months, what they're named, their equivalent names here as well. We have here the introduction to the Pentateuch. So really extensive notes. And when it gets into their full introduction, they have an introduction on each of the books of the Bible. Things like these really nice charts, their genealogies, history notes. The only take back I could have from this is the paper is kind of thin, and there can be quite a bit of ghosting that can happen from time to time. That is the only thing that I could actually say that I don't like. A lot of the newer Bibles that try to go with this really thin paper suffer from that problem. Really nice, clean color notes. I like these outlines. Cross-referencing system in the middle, as well as any textual notes, just like a standard Bible. Really good, informative notes that are linked to the passages, just like any study Bible. I won't go into extreme detail because I could probably spend an hour on this if I really wanted to. But clean text, bright. I mean, this is like a bright white paper. So I know a lot of people don't necessarily like the white, but for a study Bible where you might not be in the best lighting, it's perfect. And like a hardcover, it takes you a little bit to go in before it will start to lay flat. And we'll do some bumps ahead here. First Kings. And I think is it at the beginning of Kings? Let's find out. Oh yes, I really, really like these two. These illustrations that are put throughout the Bible. So a few of these will actually have harmonies between the books, like First Kings, Second Kings. There are sections that has like the harmony of the Gospels, which you've seen, and a couple of the resources will have those. Now, a poetic section like in Job and Psalms, you can really see some of the ghosting. Now, it's not extreme, but it's still very readable to me. I'm kind of sensitive to ghosting because it can be distracting. But I found if you take either a dark sheet of paper or like a darker blue or black behind the sheet, you can't even see the lettering anymore, and it makes it crisp and clear if you're trying to read a section that is kind of hard. Like some of the notes, since they're in a smaller font and they have that little bit of a background highlighting it, it can be difficult to read. Overall, as a study Bible compared to my other study Bibles, I am very, very impressed. I really like ESV and the notes that are in here. I mean, I'm trying to do a lot of these studies myself, and I like seeing the breakdowns, the notes, some of the ideas. I even started using commentaries to get a little bit more of understanding in some of the passages. It's very nice. So we'll skip ahead, go into the New Testament. The introductions, beautiful introductions, well detailed introductions, themes, purposes, the timeline. I like these little timelines that you come out with, your key themes, maps that are relative to what you're actually looking at. So most Bibles, they keep the maps at the back. These do have maps back here, but they have the nice breakdowns that are relative to what you're actually reading in here, which can make all the difference by keeping you engaged and helping you learn and visualize what's happening. I do like the maps because they help you visualize where they're at in the story, like where they're moving here. Like they're showing Joseph and Mary's travel to Bethlehem, and Joseph and Mary's escape back to Egypt, and the return to Nazareth, to see where it is. I like that. I know I see that a lot. But this is a black letter. It's not a red letter Bible. And very nice, beautiful illustrations on here. Let's jump back toward the back. Romans, let's go to the next section that we're doing at church. Ephesians, Hebrews, 1 John, 2 John. Okay, so as you get to the end of Revelation, there's so much information here. Revelation ends on page 2497. Wow, almost nearly 1,000 pages more than most of the Bibles I have. So pretty thick. So you get into your articles and resources. So God's plan of salvation. This is a really good article. Biblical doctrines, explanations of systematic theology, what it means to know God. I do like a lot of these resources. So there's some really good in-depth resources, even in the back. That's an interesting visualization. The humiliation and exaltation of Christ. I haven't actually saw that one yet. I really like the information is packed with tons of pardon me. It's packed with tons and tons of information. History. Oh, the Bible and Christianity. I like this. Oh, they're breaking down the different religions. Bible and world religions. I see. So they go on Bible and Islam, Church of Latter-day Saints, Mormons, Jehovah's Witness, Christian Science, New Age movement. I like this. Preparing the way for Christ. How Genesis through all of the Old Testament shows and links back to Christ. That I'm gonna have to spend some time in this later. I don't want to stop in the middle of here to actually go through it, but this is wonderful. I didn't even realize this was back here. So as we get into the back, so list of the charts and diagrams, beginning of the concordance, 3-column concordance, pretty in depth. It is pretty beefy, kind of like the other one I just looked through. Oh, it actually has a nice little reading plan at the back, so that way if you wanted to track a daily reading plan for the year, it's a way for you to kind of keep track. It does the same sort of thing that it's similar to what my reading plan that I'm doing there is. My reading plan does an Old Testament, New Testament, a Psalm, and a proverb. Yes. Table of weights and measures. Nice maps. I think these are same maps as the other Crossway maps that we looked at earlier. A slightly different one. But this is that nice cardstock that's semi-gloss. Really detailed maps. And a single page at the back, and then the paste down page. And it looks like there's a couple more pages in the back that I think they're for the paste down, but you could actually use those for note paper too in the back. Yeah. That is the ESV Study Bible in hardcover. This is a good affordable option. These are retailing. I think you can find these for under $30 if you're quick at it. I will put a link in the description underneath, so that way if you want to pick one up, and they might still be on sale. And I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this, and I want to bring more of these things and these videos to you. What I'm hoping to do is show you materials that are affordable within most people's budget, so that it can help edify you, bring you closer to the Word of God, and help you on your journey and your studies. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you in another video soon.